Your phone is at 13%. Your boss just replied all to your carefully crafted work email with K. And your grocery delivery is missing that specific yogurt brand again. Two things that Hollywood really got us to believe would kill us, but have a combined death toll lower than falling coconuts. Yes, coconuts. I'd tell you to fact check that, but your phone's at 12% now. You just checked, didn't you? 11%. The other day, while having frozen mango margaritas with some friends from the 90s, Sharon said, "Remember when quicksand was everywhere? Like, everywhere? It was in every movie and TV show." Then I brought up that one recurring nightmare where I forget to wear pants to work, and the golf clubs get eaten by a bunch of purple seagulls next to some quicksand. Sharon was right. It was everywhere. And speaking of everywhere, I scheduled an interview with someone who survived quicksand, but they were too busy being completely fine because according to actual science, the boring stuff that ruins movie magic, quicksand has killed exactly 0 people. The exact same number of people who have finished reading their terms and conditions. Here's how quicksand actually works. It's just sand and water having a party that you weren't really invited to. Due to something called density, stay with me here, you can only sink about waist deep. The human body is less dense than quicksand, which means you'll float. Like a very bamboozled little cork in a pool. Bamboozle, what a fun word. Go ahead and say it on your own now. Quicksand history lesson. The word quicksand comes from really old English, where quick meant alive.
Hey, how quick is it?
Hang on, I'll get to that.
So it's alive like the blob?
No, it's actually just sand and water.
If there's quicksand, does that mean there's slow sand?
I quit.
Can quicksand watch movies?
Speaking of movies,
Does it need subtitles?
because that's literally all I want to talk about right now, let's review a few ways Hollywood taught us about quicksand. Indiana Jones and the Deadly Chocolate Pudding, the fire swamp scene in The Princess Bride where it looks like perfectly normal forest floor, and let's not forget Blazing Saddles, where the two guys standing in it just kind of crawled out. And now for some spontaneous human combustion, when your body just decides, you know what would be kind of fun right now? Flames! Kind of like that friend who says, let's hang out sometime, but never commits to actual plans, except with more fire. I interviewed someone who spontaneously combusted, but they ended up ghosting me. Rude. Throughout history, there have been about 200 reported cases of spontaneous human combustion. Notice I said reported cases, not actual cases. It's like how I reported eating a salad for lunch, but actually had 3 microwave burritos. Quick science. Human tissue needs to reach about 572 F or 300 C to combust, and our bodies regulate at 98.6 F or 37 C. Unless you're secretly a dragon, your internal temperature isn't going to suddenly jump 473.4 F or 263 C degrees. The truth? Most cases were later explained by something called the Wick effect. While that sounds like John Wick's less successful cousin who does magic tricks at children's parties, it's mostly about clothes acting like candle wicks. Others involve people near fire sources, significantly less mysterious, and terrible for movie plots.
Coming this summer, man sits too close to fireplace.
Rated PG-13. Let's try and put these dangers in perspective. You're more likely to be hit by a falling vending machine, to get a verified account on Twitter by accident, to actually call Twitter by its new name, to find that missing sock from the pre-COVID era, or to get a reply longer than K, then die from either quicksand or spontaneous combustion. At least quicksand gives you a warning. Spontaneous combustion doesn't even have the courtesy to send a meeting invite. At exactly 0, the combined number of confirmed deaths from both of these deadly phenomena is roughly the same as the number of people who actually truly understand the movie Inland Empire by David Lynch. Pre-internet, we had to choose our irrational fears carefully. We couldn't just scroll through WebMD at 3 a.m. and convince ourselves that our headache was actually a rare tropical disease. We had to rely on movies and TV shows to tell us what to be afraid of. Hollywood loved these death threats. Why? Because sand is cheap. Like really cheap. It's literally everywhere. And fire effects are easy. You just add fire. This is also how most cooking shows work. No need to pay the villain's salary when your villain is dirt or just more fire. Back then, special effects budgets were for things like, let's add more sand, let's set another dummy on fire, or even just color. It was a simpler time. A time when every adventure movie had exactly one quicksand scene, and every mystery show had at least one random combustion episode. They say there used to be a checklist. Hero, check. Villain, check. Random quicksand pit in the middle of downtown LA, Academy Award. Thankfully, we've moved on to more realistic fears, like our phone dying during a TikTok live, or accidentally liking someone's Instagram post from 2016 while doing some light stalking, or that one little K that's still bugging you. But not me, because I'm fine, thank you. Here's the thing. While we were all preparing for quicksand and spontaneous combustion, you know what actually got us? The constant need to check our phones while writing essays about historical dangers that never— oh look! Baby goat videos! So the next time you're stressing about your phone dying, just remember, at least you aren't on fire. And that email? Well, here's the thing. You can't sink in quicksand if you're sitting at your desk. Unless your office has quicksand. Which begs the question, does your office have slow sand? Either way, I'd update that resume. If you learned something new, give us a really quick, sandy flaming like. And if you don't expect to combust or sink into the earth anytime soon, hit subscribe for more totally serious content that could help you stay alive. In a later video, we'll explore why you probably won't die sleeping in the same room as a fan, and how at least 2 countries used to think you could. And if your grocery delivery is still missing that specific yogurt, my most sincere condolences to you and your tum-tum.